distracting, you know.
Welcome to Cloud Science Television. I'm your host, Keith McKinnon, and I'm here with guest artist Chris Kodish from the Brothers Groove. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me down.
Cool. Chris is in how do you describe your band?
Oh, it's the question we get asked the most, man.
I mean, I want to say like a jazz kind of funk band. But
yeah, that's kind of where it's at, but there's, you know, it's a rock band too, you know. It's like it's a jazz, funk, rock, blues explosion. I think Gary Graftis described us as jazz funk alchemists. I thought that was kind of a good description. You know, we take a lot of things together and mix it. We got a wide variety of influences, and everyone in the band is pretty accomplished musicians, so we kind of go all over the map, you know. But yeah, funk, rock, jazz sort of thing.
Like fusion?
Yeah, fusion has kind of a bad terminology.
Why?
But I don't know, I think, you know, there was a lot of bad fusion made. But there's some good fusion too, like in the 70s. I think, at least among musicians, fusion sometimes gets kind of looked.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, well, among the jazz snobs and the purists, maybe some of my friends, I don't know, but sorry, no offense to those people. But yeah, I think it's kind of fusion-y. It's a mixture of that. I think we definitely kind of look back to that era in the 70s where guys were kind of experimenting. You know, jazz guys were messing with Miles Davis, he was fascinated by rock and Hendrix and stuff like that. And you know, just kind of breaking out of everything. I think music's kind of gotten a little bit like, you know, too compartmentalized, you know. So we're definitely trying to break out of that, you know.
Cool. The Brothers Groove. Your first album, your debut album is Clamp It Down.
Clamp It Down.
Why'd you call it that?
It's from our first lyric, one of the lyrics in Pressure Cooker, the first song, and I like the double entendre, man, so it means a number of different things depending on the way you look at it. And it's action, you know, clamp it down, you know. It's just, and when you put the record in, you gotta clamp down your stereo because it might just come unhinged, you know.
Oh, I can feel that. We have some exclusive live footage of the Brothers Groove from last year at the Fifth Avenue in Royal Oak.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna show you that throughout the show. So stick around. It's a great treat. Your band is so tight live, man. It's
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we love playing live. I mean, the studio is nice, but really live is where it happens because, you know, you just take chances that you don't take in the studio. And although we have been getting more like that, there's something when the interaction of the crowd, though. You know, when you're in the studio, you don't have the people there looking at you and the atmosphere of stuff. So live is really where it's at. We're all, you know, improvisers and stuff, and we like to go for it live. That's what our second record, Laying in the Cut, is a live record, and just recorded at various places. And people had said, you know, they love the CD, but it doesn't sound like what we sounded like live. So I said, well, all right, here's a live CD. Check this out.
How's everybody doing? We're the Brothers Groove here tonight. That was called Root Down. This is called Whip Wop. Thank you. All right, this is a song of ours called You Got That Thing. Always searching for a girl who would be true. I was asking lots of questions, but I never found a clue. I remember when I met you, I said, girl, you look divine. Soon I started thinking, yeah, that I might make you mine. You got that thing I've been searching oh so long. Oh, baby, you got that thing I've been searching oh so long. I knew it wouldn't be easy. You had heard it all before, but I wouldn't let nothing stop me. I'll find my way back to your door. Pretty soon you start seeing all the way you made me feel. Without you, how my love for you is real. You got that thing that I've been searching for so long. You got that thing that I've been searching for so long. Look for it. Searching for so long. Girl, you know that I adore you. You are always on my mind. You know I'll always be there for you. The love I have to find. Yeah.
So you said your live album's called Laying
Laying in the
Laying in
Cut,
the
yeah,
Cut,
and that's
okay.
that's a title. That's the tune of that's the title of a Lonnie Smith tune that we cover. Lonnie Smith was one of my influences on the organ,
Okay.
and I came from kind of a background of organ players, you know, and
Really?
there was just Charles Earlin was the first guy I heard, and really he turned me on to that. Jimmy Smith, and for years before the Brothers Groove, I played almost exclusively jazz organ stuff without a bass player. Did the left hand
okay.
thing, and but this tune just kind of worked out. It's a good little groove, and we just did it and kind of took it our own place. You know, we take some of the older tunes and then go new places with them, and
Okay.
just laying in the cut. And that's kind of, again, you got different meanings with that, laying in the cut. You know, there's,
I got you.
you know, so we lay it in the groove every night, or try to if we're lucky.
Now, how'd you come up with the name The Brothers Groove? Where's that come from?
Oh man, it took, you know, as anybody in a band out there might know, it takes a while to get a name. We had 2 or 3 different. Actually, we had a ton of names when the band started. It was the 3 of us, James Simonson, Michael Caskey, and myself, and we went back and forth for weeks on names. And there'd be a name or two that one guy would like, or 2 guys would like, the other guy would hate. And so we got to Brothers Groove, and nobody hated it. And we all thought it was all right, because we thought, you know, well, you know, there's kind of a musical brotherhood, you know, there's groove. It's kind of like the Brothers Grimm. There's all kinds of, you can look at it many different ways again. And I like, whenever we get a title for something, be it a group or a record, I like it to be able to be interpreted a number of different ways. And so, you know,
Well, it's a hot
there it
name.
is. Thank you.
It fits for what you guys do.
Right on.
Totally. So it's like perfect for
Mm-hmm.
you guys. Wow. So how long have you guys been together? I mean, because you right now you have 2 records, 1 studio,
Right.
and 1 live.
Right. We started the band in actually August of '99. So
Oh, okay.
we're coming up on almost 4 years, 3.5 years right now. And so it's been going pretty well.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, it's a really good thing going. So your album? Did you release it? What's it released on, your album? You have a label?
No, we
Your own
were
label?
self-released. Little Fortissimo Music, which is kind of my company, was the name I had. My first piano teacher called me Little Fortissimo because I guess I was playing pretty loud, even at 4.5 or 5. So I kind of liked the name, and that's what I went with. So, you know, we're hoping to get some records picked up, but right now, the record industry being what it is, it's sometimes better to do it yourself. You know, you have more control, and until we found another like-minded company or individual or whatever, we kind of just do it our own.
Good for you.
You know.
Yeah, you gotta be captain of your own ship. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it's just kind of, you know, even a lot of the books out there say, you know, you're better off doing it yourself. You can sell more records on your own a lot of times than a band to a major, you know, and then you can attract attention that way. And we just kind of we keep it in house. You know, my sister Sibel does our photography. My father laid it out. He did our design, our logo, the type, and you know, I happen to know a lot of really creative, talented people that we work with. Our engineer Alex Trajano at Thriller Park, Roscoe at Roscoe's Recording mixed it, the first record, and so we just kind of, you know, use the talent that we know in the city.
Okay.
Detroit in the metro areas, you know, is full of it, as you well know.
Yeah. Cool, man. That's real cool. I mean, because if you guys get a national distribution deal, I think you'd be set. You know.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Just
you
going
know, that's
on
what
the road.
hopefully we'd work towards, you know, with our next one coming out. Our new one's going to be called So Glad You Came. That should be out in May or so.
How many songs?
10 songs, 10
Okay.
original songs. And we're already, you know, starting to stockpile them for the next one, you know. The only thing, we'd be releasing them sooner, just, you know, they need the money to come in and record it. Unfortunately, it's not free to
Right.
do it, but we've,
Right.
you know, doing what we can to get it together and get it out there.
called Something Was Funny with the Money. Everything seemed like it was cool. Everyone played by the same rules. You took us for a bunch of fools. From the shallow end of the gene, you always demanded the top billing. It was so damn unfulfilling, and you got a chance to make a killing. So unwilling to share your shilling, my skies turned to gray from sunny. Something was funny, honey, with money. With the money. Now it seemed like we had a deal. I thought we had kept it real. Things ain't always so ideal, and I never thought that you would still seem to chose a different path, one that would excite my wrath. Well, it didn't add up when I did the math. You came out clean, but I took a bath. My skies turned to gray from sunny. Something was funny, honey, with the money. Yeah, with the money. Everyone's talking, it's the latest news. You told them you were wrongly accused. You said it was you who got used. So why do I feel so abused? Years of work, not much to show. Keeping quiet for the status quo, but I'm telling you where you can go. I've gotta find a new scenario. My skies turned to gray from Sunday. Something was funny, honey, with the money. Yeah, funny with the money.
I wanted to ask you some questions about some of your songs.
Sure.
Off of Clamp It Down.
Right on.
Like, what is Pressure Cooker about?
Oh, well, it's many things. You know, the actual story of the pressure cooker, what inspired the title, I worked with a guy named Larry McCrae for years, who's a great blues guitar player, originally from Arkansas, but basically out of Saginaw, and I toured around the U.S. with him. There's a bass player named Noel Neal who played with him, and we were down in Memphis rehearsing down there for a week or two, and he had, you know, Noel had asked me, he was from Baton Rouge, and he goes, you never had no hog maws or pig ears? And being, you know, the fact that I hadn't, I said, no, man. He said, well, he tells me, man, you're going to love this stuff, man. I'm going to cook it in the pressure cooker. Meat's going to fall off the bone. He told me all day how good it was going to taste and how it was going to blow my mind. So we were rehearsing in the other room at this house that they had rented down there. And I walked by out of rehearsal, all the stuff's going in the pressure cooker. It's, you know, and I didn't know nothing about no pressure cooker, so I said, well, I'm not gonna get embarrassed and tell him something's wrong. So I walked back into the rehearsal after going to the bathroom and come back. About 10 minutes later, Larry's girlfriend came in and just was pointing in the kitchen and just laughing. And just like couldn't and so we all stopped, went into the kitchen, and the pressure cooker had exploded. And there were hog maws and pig jowls congealed on the ceiling. It was one of the most disgusting, hilarious sights I'd ever seen.
Wow.
So that kind of inspired it, and then I kind of took it elsewhere. A lot of the lines, actually, some of it was improvised right during rehearsal. I had written the first or second verse before the song really came together in rehearsal with James, because I had the lick. And James, we came up with a bass pattern and chord things. And a lot of times, that's how the Brothers Groove work. I mean, a lot of times, I'll come in with sometimes a finished song, but that song is a definite like collaboration that happened. And I think the last verse about, you know, the coffee, or, you know, make my coffee smell like dirt, that just came off the top of my head, and I think I recorded it and wrote it down. So.
Did you ever eat any of the stuff?
Oh God, no.
You never got a chance to have it?
No, and
oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I wanted to, but it was on the ceiling, and I didn't feel like.
So they didn't cook anymore?
No, that was the end of the pressure cooker.
No, you got lucky this time.
You know?
You go back to Louisiana, it's going to go down.
Oh, I did. He did cook me some boiled turkey wings when I was down there, and that was really good. But
I haven't had that.
That's another
good.
song, I guess.
Oh, okay, cool, man. And Space Invader? What's that about?
Yeah, that was written by Michael Caskey. So I can't really comment on where the lyrics came on that. That was all his thing. That tune, basically, Mike had pretty much written all the way. We only added the last little outro thing.
Funny with the money.
Yeah, that's kind of a fictional, true story, mixed metaphor sort of thing. You know, a lot of my songs are based in truth, but the truth doesn't always rhyme, as I like to say. So I have to change things to make it rhyme and to make a song have structure. And that's just kind of about, you know, I think everyone's been in that situation where you thought the money was going to be something, and the money wasn't. You know,
oh, yeah.
And that's just kind of a lyrical, you know, treatise on that subject.
Okay.
Without going into any further detail.
Song from our first CD is called Lunar Janet. Thinking about the differences between adverbs and nouns. There's girls on my left, girls on my right. Hello. I wish I had better peripheral sight. Well, a fine young lady walks next to me, introduced herself as Jill. She looked my way as if to say she had a little bit of time to kill. Late up in the morning, you know my answer came. How? Nouns are people, places, things, and adverbs. Well, to tell you how. Yeah, to tell you how. I said how. How. of a glass. So I sat down next to her and I said, baby, is anything wrong? She smiled at me and she said, Chris Kodish, don't put me in your song. Well, it was a strange request and I was fully puzzled. I sat and all what I saw and all the liquor she guzzled. Later in the morning, after she had said goodbye, I grabbed my pen and then my promise, yes, was a lie. Yes, was a lie. I said lie. Lie, 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 lie. My workday was all done. I looked up and saw the full moon shine brighter than the sun. Well, she came down on the moonbeam, she had a furious blow. I knew right away that was a woman I should know. Well, her purpose, it was simple. Ooh, she had to get it right. An education and gratification, I received that thing. And later in the morning before the sun would get right, I left the planet with my Luna Jan. I want my boss. Well, it's gonna be surprised. Yeah, it's gonna be surprised. Wanna smack him in the eye, and I'll start to make him cry. Look out. boy. Tried to make me sing and dance, give me stupid toys. I don't want his presence weighing down on me. I won't play this game, you know he won't let me be. A fat daddy, a fat daddy holds the cards, fat daddy deals with debt. Fat daddy's got everybody waiting on the check. Fat daddy owns the team. Fat daddy calls the police. Fat daddy ain't so good. I don't think he's gonna change his ways. Fat daddy, check this out. Fat daddy, but I don't work for him no more. 'Cause I'm the only one who had the balls to walk right out the door. Well, I might never be fat daddy if I try to play his way, but I got my own agenda. I got my own things to say. Fat daddy, fat daddy, fat daddy, tell him this. No police and no Nazis. 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 Fat daddy, I don't want to hang around me no more. Fat daddy, I don't want to hang around me no more. No more. All right, thank you very much. We're the Brothers Groove. We're going to take a small pause. We'll be back.
I got you, man. What about Fat Daddy?
Another
No
song.
police and no Nazis. What's
Yeah,
that
that's
about?
kind of, that was written at the time of kind of what we had talked about. We were just from the, and this is something maybe the general public doesn't know, but at least from where I came out of, there's a lot of, there's like the blues police and the jazz Nazis that only want music to be a certain way. Like blues has got to be 12 bars, it's got to be, or not 12 bar, but it's got to have like bass, drum, harmonica, vocals, or it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know, or it's got to be jazz, or it ain't nothing. And you know, all of us who were jazz musicians or came out of that, and it was kind of a reaction to that sort of thinking, and that sort of like you know,
Wynton
being
Marsalis type of thinking.
yeah, exactly. I mean, and no offense to Wynton, he's great and all that stuff, but I mean, you know, I love too much music to just say it's, if it ain't jazz, it's crap. You
I
know?
agree, bro. I'm with you
know,
on that.
like, so I love, and
People
I love.
get boring, man. If you pigeonhole yourself, it's boring. And
Exactly,
stifling.
and a lot of people, you know, don't even wrote Miles Davis off after he went electric, you know.
Miles
and-
is a genius.
Right, but
Even the doo-wop stuff was hot.
exactly, and people don't recognize that a lot. So, you know, that was just kind of that's what that that vamp at the end means, kind of, and it also has. I mean, it has other. You can read into it other ways too. It's kind of about, you know, Fat Daddy is like. It doesn't have to be a fat man or whatever. It can be like a woman or just kind of like a job that kind of keeps you down or whatever, kind of, you know, working for the man, so to speak. I don't know. It was kind of a reaction to that sort of thing, you know, for anyone who's ever had a job and just wanted to say, shove it, you know.
Oh, I hear you, bro. Because like Herbie Hancock received flack for doing the whole Rocket album.
Right, you know.
And I'm like, wait a minute. All the stuff that you're trying to do, he already did that. So what else is there left for him to do? But
Exactly.
to do new things and experiment.
Right.
He can do whatever he wants to. He's Herbie Hancock.
There's no rules, you know, and even
Yeah.
Duke Ellington said it best. There's only two types of music, good and bad, you know.
Ooh, I like that.
And I think that's where we're coming from, and that's what Fat Daddy was kind of about. It's just kind of like, you know, hey, we're doing something different. It was kind of, you know, it was kind of like a defiant moment, I guess, for us. So, you know, my first record on my own, you know, because I'd played on, you know, I don't know, probably 20 or so releases before that for other people. A great experience, not dissing any of that. It was just, this is what I wanted to say, you know, or what we wanted
Cool.
to say.
Chris, I love this album. Clamp It Down is hot.
Thank you.
Laying Low in the Cut is hot. My favorite song from you guys. Can you guess?
I don't want to guess, man. What is it?
All We Care About.
All We Care About, right
I
on.
love that track.
Thank you.
It's so deep and so heavy.
Thank you.
It's so true. I
Yeah.
mean, because you talk about all we care about is looks. No
Mm-hmm.
one cares about the insides, and no one sings about that, man.
Yeah.
No one. I mean, people have skated around that and talked around it,
Mm-hmm.
but no one just came. You know, just went for the jugular on that because that's the truth. We're very cosmetic people, man.
Totally, and you know, and you know, it's. I think I remember the idea for that came after a particular night at a bar. I mean, because we're always playing and just kind of seeing some stuff go down like that among some people, and you know, and that's just kind of what, you know, we had to say about it. But yeah, and it came again. That was another song that kind of had the basis together, brought it into the band, and we worked it out, and the bridge and other things like that was written with the band and stuff. You know, and it just felt like something that, you know, like you say, it needed to be said, you know, for people to hear.
Yeah, man.
You know.
And it's Chris, the song is perfect because the lyrics are incredible and the
Right on.
music is so soothing. If you're not paying attention, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
I like that because that's how you get into people. A lot of times today, you have to seduce people with the music in
Yeah.
a good sense. I mean, a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of conscious stuff doesn't have a really melodic or you know, a melodic or like seductive flow to it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it turns a lot of people off. So I always said, you know, like Public Enemy's always been a group that's either hit or miss with their songs.
Yeah.
Either it's really on or the lyrics are on, but the beat is just off.
Right.
So people don't catch it. So when you can say something conscious and give it, you know, really good production and give it something that makes people want to dance and they don't know what they're dancing to, you know, eventually, you know, they're going to know.
Right, and I think, you know, the inspiration for that. You know, I'm a big fan of. I mean, I'm a big fan of a lot of music, but like Erykah Badu and D'Angelo and stuff like that. That's kind of coming out of that. You know, I mean, trying to do my best imitation of that, you know, or whatever, or interpretation of that. Those sort of changes. I've always been. I think it's kind of got a Roy Ayers flavor to it. You know, a big fan of his.
Yeah.
And just, you know, the very various influences come out of various songs, and you know, I've
Right.
never been we've always tried to write kind of, sometimes a song becomes in a certain style and sometimes it goes somewhere else, you know, and I just don't like to be, you know, boxed in, so that's why
Right.
but I'm glad you dig it, man.
Oh
Thanks.
yeah, man. It's cool. It's totally cool.
Right on.
All right. Little Brothers Groove, and we'll do this for those of you who have caffeine problems. Six-pack of Coke, I drank a 7-Up. I had a double espresso and a chocolate bar. I'm a speed racer in a budget car. Feel that my brain is on a rocket fuel. I forgot what I learned when I went to school. I don't know where I'm going, but I get there fast. I don't know if I'm gonna last. I am so happy right now. 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 I'm feeling good. Yeah, I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I'm feeling good. Yeah, I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I'm feeling good. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. Every day I'm buzzing from a dose of caffeine. All the hip people try to make the scene. Everybody's telling me I better relax. Everybody's paying too much income tax. And I feel like my brain is on rocket fuel. I forgot what I learned when I went to school. I don't know if I'm getting, but I get there fast. Don't know if I'm gonna last. I am so hyper right now. 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 I'm feeling good. Yeah. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I'm feeling good. Yeah. I'm so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I'm feeling good. Yeah. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. Well, my head is spinning and my samples hurt. All my senses are on red alert. And I take my shirt over my hair just like cornholio. I sold all the stocks in my dad's portfolio. Run down the street and the speed of sound. I freed all the dogs at the animal pound. I won't stop till I run out of gas. Fall flat on my ass. I am so hyper right now. 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 I'm feeling good. Yeah. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I'm feeling good. Yeah. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I'm feeling good. Yeah. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. I am so hyper right now. get shot.
Wow, man. What else is there for me to say? I mean,
We could talk about the fellas. You know, we got Eric Gustafson.
Oh,
guitar
yeah,
now.
I was gonna. Thanks, yeah. I forgot. Okay, with this album, you were a three-piece, but
Right.
when you're live, you're not.
Right. We
So-
changed members. Mike Caskey left the band in 2001.
Okay.
He just kind of felt he needed to move on, do something else for a little while. And so we brought in Todd Glass, who James and I had both played with before,
Okay.
and Eric Gustafson, who I'd only played with a couple times, but had great respect for his work and knew about him. And we really took a long time to get the right guitar player, but he was the right guy.
I have an album of his. He was in a group.
Blue Dog,
Yes.
yeah, and he's played with a lot. Blue Dog was
I got the first album, I think, from them. It was
right.
hot.
They were on Knitting Factory, and they toured Europe. They got on the cover of the Metro Times. They got a lot of attention
Was
back
he
in
in
the
the other group
mid-90s.
too? He was in another group too.
He's been
with
in a lot of
the
bands.
girl. I got
Yeah,
that CD
Larval.
too. No,
Not Larval?
another one.
Oh, well, we'd have to call Eric and say,
Yeah,
find out where he's
okay.
at. But